Chelsea fans, this Up Chelsea TV. So let's dive straight into the game. So Chelsea run out 3-0 winners, and I'm sure all Chelsea fans are super happy, super excited about the result. But if you're being completely honest, that first half was one of the worst first half that you've ever seen. For sure, it was one of the worst first half I've ever seen since I started watching football, point blank. Not just Chelsea, couldn't keep the ball, keep making we are making unforced errors. Malo Gusto was leading the pack in terms of making unforced errors, Chalobah as well. So that's my thing about Chalobah. Right? He will give you moments, where you feel like, wow, this guy can be world class. This guy can be the man, but he will fail you in moments, and it could have cost Chelsea today. If Nottingham Forest were really clinical, they would have hurt Chelsea today, given the amount of mistakes that were made by the likes of Gusto. 3 minutes barely into the game, he made one, and then Chalobah as well. So. But Acheampong carried himself with class. I think this boy is a special player. So Chelsea, this is a player you don't want to let go. This is a player you want to give minutes. When I look at Acheampong, I think he himself, with a combination with Aaron Anselmino, could be the future of Chelsea's central defense pairing. Now I know people say Cole is still there. Sure, he's still there, maybe, and of course you would have something to say about that. But looking at Josh Acheampong, special player. His goal aside, he was phenomenal. How he got the ball comfortably, came out of defense with the ball, battled with Awoniyi, battled with Jesus when he came off of the bench for came onto the pitch for Nottingham Forest, off of the bench. He handled him like a seasoned pro, and that's what you want to see from your young players. How the way they handle themselves, you look at them and say, wow, he looks like he belongs here. And then Garnacho didn't have the best of games because he had the misunderstanding in certain areas. I think he and Kukurea didn't quite kick it off in terms of having that telepathic understanding, and there was this sluggishness, right? Rather than play a forward pass, you have the ball come back, and Gusto, like I said, was the chief culprit for that one. So the first half was really poor first half. Nothing so much to write about, apart from the fact that to say Nottingham Forest actually dominated that first half. Chelsea may have had the possession, but Nottingham Forest looked more dangerous, in my humble opinion, and I had my heart in my mouth many times, and then you go on to the second half. Maresca made some changes. He didn't take off Gusto. We'll come talk about Gusto later on. He took off Andre Santos, who I felt like he played out of position, and that's what I keep saying about Enzo Maresca and managers like him, right? Players are not nail shakers. They're not chess pieces. They're not, draft pieces, right? They're not checkers pieces, right? You don't just, I'll play this defensive midfielder in the 10 today and see how it works. It's going to work out well. No. Andre Santos struggled. He's better playing from deep, so you can see the whole pitch and affect the game that way. So forcing Gusto to play, in that midfield was just madness, and also forcing every pass to go through the middle in that first half was absolutely bonkers, in my opinion. It was just craziness. And then the second half came around with the changes made. You could see the impact immediately on the game, and then as well, the ball came into the box. Josh Acheampong finished like a season pro, top marks for him. Super happy for him for getting his first, Chelsea goal, top marks for him. And then as well, you got a free kick converted by Pedro Neto. Good on him for that one. And then Reece James scored the third goal. Now, I want to say something about João Pedro. I'm not going to be overly critical about him, but one thing is for certain. One thing is for sure. At some points in the game, he held onto the ball a little bit too long, in my opinion. Maybe we'll put all, and I think this can be said about a lot of players, but his was more noticeable than most. So maybe we'll just chalk this down to post international break fever or wobbles, so we can have the sweep this under the rug. And talk about Malo Gusto. He got that yellow card, and now the moment he got it, I said, "Come on, Maresca, you're gonna take him off. You have to take Malo Gusto off." But Chelsea fans, what do you know? He kept him on. I said, "You're already leading, and whatever, I don't think he brings that much to that midfield role you're playing him anyways. So take him off. But what do we see? He keeps him on. As he take him off, he's either going to become even less effective in that midfield, or he's going to get the second yellow card and he'll be yanked off. So he got yanked off, got the second yellow card, 3-0 up. Why he needed to make that challenge way in the opposition's own half, I couldn't. I just can't tell you. Someone please explain to me in the comments. Let me know why you think he made that sort of dunder brain decision. And then he got sent off. So fair play. Savayo came on. He looked fairly decent. McGee came on in the second half. I mean, he came on. He came on in the second half. So I think he had some impact as well. You may not have scored, but he puts that pressure on defenders. He never lets them rest. And I think that now allowed João Pedro to be more comfortable playing this withdrawn role. And it's a bit crazy for me, Chelsea fans. It's really crazy because when Nico Jackson was to be sold, or rather loaned out to Bayern, the question was put to Maresca, how about your striker situation and all that? He said, you know what, I've got two strikers, I've got João Pedro, I've got Liam Delap. They are my strikers. I see them as nines. And now suddenly, João Pedro can play in a 9. Absolutely crazy to me. Maybe you say Palmer was out injured, but Estevao William, I thought that central role, that number 10 role, was his favored position. Buonanotte, I thought it was meant to be the cover for Palmer. When can you be a cover for a player if you can play against the worst team in the league, and then when Palmer is out injured? So it seems to me like there is some sort of disconnect between Chelsea, the Chelsea hierarchy, and Maresca. But anyways, happy days that Chelsea got the 3 points, got the 3 goals, move on to the next game in top 4 at the minute, and we could see ourselves, finishing top 4 come the end of this week, of this game week. But of course, subject to the games that other teams to play. So 2 points away from the top of the table, but Arsenal and probably Liverpool are going to win their games anyway. But it's better to win your game and hope than to lose your game and wonder. So Chelsea fans, let me know your opinions on the game, on Maresca, on that first half, on the second half as well, on Josh Acheampong. What do you think of his performance? And then what do you make of Chalobah as well? Chalobah, for me, I look at him and I say, come on, guy. Come on. You should be the guy who is a leader now, who should be showing an example to the likes of a Josh Acheampong, but he keeps giving you moments where you feel like, wow, this guy is going to cause an error that will lead to a goal. So, but overall, happy got 3 points, got 3 goals, move on to the next. Up Chelsea, the Up Chelsea TV. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on another video. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye-bye.